keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Oregon State's offense to go on the attack first. And Jesse, if they have to look to their big tight end in the passing game, that could... the door to some struggles.
I mean, he has to be the go-to because he is their best weapon. This is not a dynamic passing attack with guys on the outside with speed, take the top off of defense, catch posts and goes. A lot of it goes through this tight end. So it's getting to the sticks, working open in zone coverage, being that reliable target for the quarterback. That's going to be important in this one.
No doubt. So that starts with great hands, contested catches, using that big frame to catch those intermediate passes, move the sticks, really be the go-to guy in this offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Murphy. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Left side, it's Newberry. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody loose. Catching the football, getting tackled. Offense still...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. A terrific play to keep him from getting to the chains and forcing the turnover on downs. The Cardinal offense will get its first chance now.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Running inside, it's Ford. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs. And
and he's got... No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense got it, they're on the run.
Great job by this defense, not getting down, not quitting. They gave up some yards. The offense got in the red zone, but the most important part of the field, they came up big, forces the fumble, and get the touchback.
They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The Beavers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Back to throw, it's Murphy. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. They just keep firing. They get to him as he throws. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. And the Beavers line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Long way to go on 2nd down. The play fake. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, it's Warren. Under pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Hauls it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Rides to the back. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line.
And you talk about just being a pain in the butt. This guy, he can just scramble, move, throw it on the run, and his ability to extend the play was the reason for the conversion right there, Paul.
Yeah, and David, I like the idea that he kept his eyes down in the field, right? With his speed, there's a lot of guys in his position that would have just taken off and tried to go get it with their legs, but he gave the play a chance. He allowed the routes to develop and let everybody work the scramble drill to find a big-time completion.
The Beavers line it up with a 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And that just drives you crazy as an offense to get down there, get that 1st and goal, and you got to back up and make it a little harder. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Hauls it in. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll try to pound their way in. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down. The Cardinal offense takes the field, ready to attack. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. He's got enough. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Stanford wants to push the pace.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Black. At the 40, there he goes. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Ford. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. To the air, it's Warren. Oh, pressure's coming. Heaves it on the run. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Rush right in his face. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Gonna run it. It's Hatcher. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on 1st down. Tells the run. Wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hatcher. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be After that last play, it's 2nd and 3. We'll send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Murphy. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And this defense doing a really good job with situational football. Both drives. Last drive gave up some yards, 0 points. This drive, forcing a 3rd and long. You bring on the pass rushers. You get after them in a predictable situation.
He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And despite go for 2 on 4th down so far. They will stay aggressive and go for it here. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. Making the adjustment. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Newberry. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking for a gap. It's Hatcher. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Snags it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hatcher. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Beavers! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense. That's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Here comes the offense on second down. Straight ahead, it's Ford. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Back to throw, it's Warren. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got the back over the middle. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Rush is on. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Now the Cardinals decide to spend their third and... Timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Warren. Look out! Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 6 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Gators, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game on the farm. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Stanford Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Beavers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy.
No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Quick give. It's Newberry. Turning it on. Vince got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon State.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
Left side, it's Brown. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Scanning the field, it's Warren. Fires to the middle. Between the hashes, it's off. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Brown. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curler.
The run inside. It's Ford. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big... tackle.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bot.
Makes a grab and room to run. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Stanford quickly to the line.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
In the backfield, it's Hall. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. Powers inside. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that 3rd down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Touchdown, Cardinal! Great job by the back on the option. The AT unit on the field. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
From deep, it's Durant. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Caught over the middle, it's Nolan. Breaks into the open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receivers. Hits inside, it's Newberry. He's past the marker. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They're going to ride this running back. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Makes the catch. It's Nolan. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Newberry. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. He's got trips right, a single receiver to the left on second and short. From the gun, looking for a man. Keeping his eyes downfield. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Got to make the play on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. The Beavers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the gun, it's Hatcher. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Making the adjustment on the play. Right back to it. Pulled to the ground.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Sells the fake. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Second and long here. Wide receiver going in motion. Nice move there. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Throws for the tight end. The short hands, it's Blackburn. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. Play action on first down. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down.
Here we go. Ready? 22. Go, go.
Pulls it on the option. A 5-yard pickup there leaves him with third down and 5.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hatcher. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. The Beavers using their first timeout. I have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to pass, it's Murphy. They're all over him. Turns it upfield. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. And the Beavers will line it up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Newberry. Nice move there. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. The Beavers have their offense in high gear. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got the first down. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
He's changing the play. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. To the air, it's Murphy. Under pressure. Out wide left, it's Hampton. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. The Beavers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the Cardinal decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Yeah, and I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Here we go. What great shape they will be in if they can punch in a touchdown on 4th and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they get him down, short of the 1st down marker. A long way to go for this offense. On the run, it's 4th. Hit and stopped right there, not much on that pickup. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll move the tight end. Keep it on the ground. There he goes. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down at the 22. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Reels it in down the left side. Here he goes. Touchdown, Stanford. They grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, and just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Motion from the wide receiver. Sets his feet, it's Murphy. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He'll try to take it back. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Ford. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Timeout is called, and that will be the second charge to Oregon State. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistent.